really like Dr. Johnson. And they can me, so.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to the August 23rd, 2022 meeting of the Lawrence County Council. Our chairman, Brown Patterson, is unable to be with us tonight, so I'll be your tour guide this evening as vice chair as we move through the meeting. If you will, stand with me as Councilman Yonts has the invitation and pledge allegiance.
Pray. Father God, we thank you for another day that you blessed us with. Lord, we ask you to give us more. Lord, we're grateful for this country that we live in. We're grateful for our state. We're grateful for our county. We ask you, Lord, that we use your wisdom to guide our decisions in what we do in this county. We ask, Lord, that the people in Washington will turn to you for your wisdom to make decisions to govern this country. Lord, help us be strong in all that we do. We ask, Lord, that you be with us. We ask, Lord, that you watch over us. We ask these things in Christ's name. Amen. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our next item up this evening will be approval of our agenda for the August 23rd, 2022 meeting.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any additions, changes, corrections? If not, all those in favor of the proposed agenda? Raise your hand. Any opposed? 6-0. Next item is approval of our minutes from the August 9th, 2022 regular session.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Motion and a second. Any discussion, changes, corrections to the minutes? If not, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Opposed, 6-0. Now, an item for public comment. We do have a sign up for a public comment this evening. Is it Randall?
That's what my wife calls me, but my legal name is Randy.
Randy Evans. Come on.
I'd like to say good evening to all the great public servants that serve our great county. And good evening to the residents of the great county of where we live. And each day we try to make it a better place. I'm going to make it short and sweet because some people that know me know that I'm very long-winded. But my wife gave me permission. She said I was capable to come here today to be short and sweet, to the point. And my name is Randy W. Edwards Sr. I live at 11444 Highway 39, Cross Hill, South Carolina, 4 miles to the Newberry County line. And my wife of 39 years is Jeannie A. Edwards. And I'm here just to ask a quick question of the vice chair and Carol. We met 38 days ago at approximately 6:50 in the evening in the lobby of this great old courthouse. And I spoke about the EMS concerns that I had in regards to one of our 4 children that happens to be going through a particular illness with some seizures in the last 2 months due to an alcohol addiction problem. And I truly believe awareness is very important. I've notified all the convenience stores in our local area that you ought not to participate, because if you do, his ex-wife and his 2 children that are teenagers, they'll be dealing with you, okay? Because those are his next of kin. Mr. Carroll, I want to ask you 38 days later, when I expressed my plea to you of what went on, what transpired in regards to the EMS, and you said, this is very simple, this can easily be resolved. And I was told when I did an inquiry with the EMS department, the day my son was in Lawrence County Hospital when he was supposed to be transported to Greenwood, because they had the wherewithal to be able to treat the underlying symptoms that he refuses to be diagnosed with. And you said, this can all be fixed. This is a very simple situation. Well, now it's 38 days later. I've yet not to heard from anyone, not a single person. When the investigation was supposed to take place and a resolution was supposed to be resolved in 10 days. Look, all we're looking for is to find out what the measures were to correct the situation so that my wife and I are on the same page and we're all about collaboration. Okay, that's what we're about here in regards to the EMS situation. Okay, so as a resident of this great county, okay, we are given proper awareness of what's to take place when an emergency arises. He lives on our property, on my life estate, that my wife is in charge of, and he lives in one of the homes that my wife had built for him to reside in until he gets his feet on the ground and he gets well. And that's where we are with this situation. So you don't have to comment right now, I wouldn't think, but I'd sure like you to get back with us with some kind of resolution, if you don't mind.
Sure, thank you. Follow up.
Thank you.
That was the only one signed up for comment tonight. So we'll move into old business. Are there any appointments to boards, commissions, or committees from the council? Seeing none. Again, our first of 3 public hearings this evening. Our first public hearings on ordinance 928 Project 2. Call this public hearing open.
Mr. Chairman, tonight, I'll just kind of give everybody an overview of the project. This is Sunny Days Entertainment. They're doing almost 200,000 square foot distribution and assembly facility in the Owens Industrial Park. It's a $16 million investment and creates 80 jobs in that area. So I'll be glad to answer your questions.
Is anyone here that wants to speak for or against Project Duke? Now is the time. Seeing none, we'll close this public hearing. Move on to next item, third reading, ordinance 928 Project Duke.
Mr. Chairman, I move for approval of the third reading of ordinance 928.
Motion?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Do I have any questions for Mr. Cole? If not, all those in favor of approving on third reading ordinance 928 Project 2, raise your right hand. Any opposed? 6-0. Second public hearing, item D, ordinance 929 Project Branch. Open public hearing.
Okay, again, just some details. This is a project actually that's being done by Volvo. They're installing some equipment in one of their suppliers in the county. This agreement is very similar, it's really the same agreement we have with BMW that kind of has the same situation. And it's over a $20 million investment in the county.
Anyone here tonight that wants to speak for or against ordinance 929 Project Branch? Please come forward. Seeing none, we'll close public hearing. Item E, third reading, ordinance 929 Project Branch.
Mr. Chairman, I move for approval of the third reading of ordinance 929.
Motion, go ahead, second. Third. Motion second. Any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Any opposed? 6-0. Item F, So our third public hearing this evening, got in ordinance 930, Lawrence County Water Sewer Commission bond, public hearing is now open.
Council, thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight, to kind of discuss with the projects in question to be funded by the proposed bond. Again, the bonds, the funds will not exceed $9 million, represent a tax increase, but basically a renewal of the existing bond that's been in place the last 20 years. We will use the funds to leverage and construct $22.9 million worth of capital projects. Projects specifically, one is a water line and elevated tank, approximately 6 miles of 16-inch ductile iron water line from Lawrence High School to Metric Road, and a 1 million-gallon tank at the intersection of Metric Road and Highway 14. The budget on that project is $14 million. It will allow us to basically meet the needs, future needs of industrial and residential growth in that area. Gives us a lot more reliability of water service and improves fire protection of the area east of I-385. Also will help us serve exit 10 and Highway 21 along 385. Next project is a sewer project, about 3 miles of 24-inch and 18-inch gravity sewer line to serve the Connexional Industrial Park. Budget on that project is $8.7 million. It will give us sewer capacity for manufacturing facilities at that location. It will also give us excess capacity on the other side of the interstate where CF is and those industrial clients in that area. And it will allow for economic growth in and around the town of Frederick. There is an alternate project. We have to identify all the projects that will be funded under this bond. In case there's a change in scope or bids come in lower than expected, we will consider an alternate project, which will be a sewer project to improve and replace, rehab, and expand our sewer system around the Millersburg area, Highway 72 and I-26, adjacent to the city of Clinton. That budget for that project is $8.5 million. And that will go to replace aging infrastructure, expand capacity for the industrial growth and residential growth that we expect in that part of I-26.
Anybody else to speak for or against ordinance 930, Lawrence County Water Sewer Commission bond? Seeing none, close the public hearing. Item G, third reading of ordinance 930, Lawrence County Water Sewer Commission bond. Motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Any questions or discussions for Mr. Gill? None. All those in favor of approving ordinance 930 on third reading, raise your right hand. Opposed? 6-0. Thanks, sir. For new business, item A, we have a resolution this evening being presented for Project Freeze inducement.
Hey, sir, this is a new project. It's actually a developer that is looking to do cold storage spec building in Woodfield Industrial Park in Fountain Inn. The facility will be approximately $146 million. The terms of the FILO are the same exact ones we've given to other private developers looking to build spec buildings in the county. But this is the largest investment so far in one, just because it would be cold storage, which involves a lot more construction costs. So that's what it is. And then obviously whoever goes in there with a separate FILO. I'll be glad to answer any questions.
This would be an approval of the resolution that would allow us to begin readings for this project. Is there a motion to approve resolution 2022-39C, Project Freeze inducement?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion? All those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed? 6-0. Item B, first reading, ordinance 931, Project Freeze FILO. Motion to approve on first reading.
Mr. Chairman, I move for first reading approval of ordinance 931, which is the project fee.
Second. Motion and second. Any discussion or questions for Mr. Clark? Not all those in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? 6-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clark.
Yeah, appreciate you letting me bring my sidekick.
Yeah.
Also, for your bond attorney.
Item C, we have an approval of the JAG grant, 2022 JAG grant for the Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff will come forward. I'll explain what the grant is. He can clarify if I don't do the proper thing for him, and we'll see where we go. The purpose of this for the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office to be able to use JAG award to purchase law enforcement equipment that will aid in training of deputies in force and de-escalation techniques, a firearms simulator with interactive scenario-based training and equipment to allow deputies to perform their duties in low light or dark conditions. It is a $18,982 grant or 2022 JAG funds, and I believe they need our approval to be able to spend these funds.
That's correct. $4,500 of that money is for those weapons for the simulator training we use with it. $12,000 will be for the flashlights, for the handguns and the patrol rifles, and for other flashlights needed. And the rain gear is the other $2,482 for the rain gear. That total $18,982.
And there is no match that the county has to provide.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the 2022 JAG grant.
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion or questions for the sheriff? If not, all those in favor, raise your right hand. Opposed? 6-0. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Look at me going through this. County Council comments. Mr. Clark?
No comments.
Mr. Rankin?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Great work getting us through this meeting in record time. When we get a meeting like this, it's a nice thing. But I just want to give a shout out to Jeff Field here tonight. We had a great ribbon cutting, phenomenal job, and very excited for the path that Lawrence County is on moving forward. And what a great facility, the new Lawrence County Water and Sewer facility in Lake Greenwood, that will open up the opportunity for greater economic development in Lawrence County, provide great clean drinking water for our citizens. Just phenomenal project, great work, and it's an honor to be there with you guys last Thursday. And Sheriff, great work getting this JAG grant. Appreciate all you guys are doing for our county, keeping us safe.
Mr. Young?
Ms. Anderson. I have a few this evening. One is that Lawrence County was awarded a CDBG grant to upgrade the Clinton and Joanna wastewater treatment plant, and it's located in Kiners. And this project will benefit the city of Clinton and Joanna and the neighboring communities, which utilize the sewer service. This project will benefit 8,000 plus people, with 65% of them being estimated as low and middle income. I just want to mention it just so you know some of the things that going on in the county, and that this grant comes through our Council of Government, which we are a part of, with 7 different counties that work together to try to improve the quality of life for the citizens in our counties. And we have an opportunity from time to time by putting in for grants and being able to be in competition with other counties and still receive some funds. And so that's going to help them. I also wanted to just mention that, schools just started back, and everybody just need to be a little bit careful because the students is our most precious asset that we have, and we really need to act like we do. So drive a little slower. I'm out there walking in the morning, and some of you are driving really fast to get to work. And please just watch out for the kids. And I also would like to lift up the superintendent of District 55. Her name dropped, give it to me.
Tamika Thomas.
Dr.
Tamika
Thomas. Dr. Thomas. She received Superintendent of the Year. And I think that's a pretty big endeavor. And I would like to just acknowledge her achievement for this area. Hopefully, the people that work under her be able to realize all the things that it takes to get to that point. And that means that our children will benefit from the knowledge that she has to go on down to the other portion of the county. So thank you much. And congratulations.
Do we have a meeting Thursday? So remember, council, Thursday, 5:30, meeting as a whole, as we continue to work on our land issues in the county. I do. You want me to do that? Yeah, we had a good meeting tonight. We have a lot of business that's going on in the county, good things, infrastructure and things for our public safety. So I'm honored to be able to be here tonight. Nothing else from anybody. I just appreciate the opportunity to be here. We are working on Lawrence County and things we need to do. And I appreciate everybody. I see the faces out here. I know you could have come forward and spoken to us, but we're working together with that. So I appreciate your trust that we're not going to let this go, especially with our land use. Thank you all for that. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, can stay. Abstain.